From Franciscan Beat, I'm Alexzander Dudek. A special election for a Georgia congressional district, Vice President discusses North Korea and the conclusion of the Facebook Live killer. All these stories and more on today's Franciscan Beat. A Georgia congressional election in a historically conservative district is heading to a runoff that raises the stakes in an early measure for President Donald Trump and both major parties ahead of the 2018 midterm elections. Democrat Jon Ossoff fell a few percentage points shy of an outright victory amid an 18-candidate scramble in Georgia's 6th congressional district. Republican Karen Handel finished a distant second, qualifying for the June 20th runoff. Vice President Mike Pence is again warning North Korea, telling sailors aboard the USS Ronald Reagan in Japan that the U.S. would bring an overwhelming and effective response to any use of conventional or nuclear weapons. Dressed in a green military jacket, Pence says that under President Trump, the shield stands guard and the sword stands ready. Police say it was a McDonald's employee in Erie, Pennsylvania who recognized the suspect in the killing of a Cleveland retiree that was posted on Facebook. Police say on Tuesday, Steve Stevens drove up to the McDonald's to place an order. The attendant who took his money recognized him and called 911. A police chase ensued, with Stevens tragically ending his life at the end of it. In sports, the death of a former New England Patriot, recaps of NBA and NHL playoff action, and a look ahead at the schedule tonight. The New England Patriots learned of former tight end Aaron Hernandez's apparent suicide as they prepared to go to the White House to celebrate their 5th Super Bowl title. Guards found the 27-year-old Hernandez hanging from a bedsheet in his cell Wednesday morning at the Suez-Barnowski Correctional Center in Shirley, Massachusetts. He was there serving a life sentence for a murder conviction. NBA playoff basketball continued Tuesday night with games in Toronto, Boston, and LA. Toronto edged on Milwaukee 106-100. The Raptors were led by point guard Kyle Lowry's 22 points. The Los Angeles Clippers started off strong versus the Utah Jazz and never looked back, defeating Utah 99-91. And in Boston, Isaiah Thomas couldn't have his typical fourth-quarter heroics as Boston now goes down 2-0 versus the 8th seed Chicago after last night's 111-97 loss. Looking ahead to tonight, the Atlanta Hawks and the Washington Wizards will face off. The Houston Rockets will look to go up 2 games on the Oklahoma City Thunder, and the defending Western Conference champion Golden State Warriors look to quell Damian Lillard and the Portland Trail Blazers. In hockey now, the New York Rangers tied up their series versus the Montreal Canadiens 2-1. The Columbus Blue Jackets avoided a sweep last night with their decisive 5-4 victory over Pittsburgh. And the San Jose Sharks had an absolute field day with Edmonton, scoring 7 goals while shutting out Edmonton in the process. And tonight we'll see Eastern Conference matches of Toronto and Washington, along with Ottawa and Boston, starting at 7 and 7:30. The late games will feature Minnesota and St. Louis sharing time with Anaheim and Calgary. St. Louis and Anaheim look to complete their sweeps tonight, with both teams leading in their respective series by 3 games each. Today will feature highs of 70 degrees, as it will remain overcast all throughout Steubenville, but caution, those overcast skies are projected to turn into thunderstorms tonight, as it's looking like it will be raining throughout the night. Tomorrow, the same overcast skies, dry, but a high of 80 degrees. For Franciscan Beat, I'm Alexzander Dudek.